Good day everyone, this is Dinesh Kumar from Technorex. We are here to present Nexus, an AI-powered bid management system built to transform how organizations manage vendors, projects and procurement decisions. Technologies we use to develop this application is followed by SharePoint Embedded, Azure OpenAI, Microsoft 365, SharePoint Online. The core design principle is this: SharePoint Embedded container equals one isolated vault with zero contamination between projects or vendors. Four pillars power the platform. Structural isolation. Every project lives in SharePoint Embedded container. Permissions are enforced at the container level. Azure OpenAI intelligence. AI reads every vendor document, understands scope alignment, and ranks submission with full reasoning, not just keyword matching. Then role-based access. Internal users log in via Microsoft 365. Vendors log in with username and password with credentials stored in SharePoint Online. Two completely separate authentication paths. Then end-to-end auditability. Every upload, bid, approval, and selection is logged natively inside the SharePoint Embedded container. Compliance evidence is automatic, not retroactive. So what Nexus does on one unified system? Streamlining everything from vendor onboarding and RFQ distribution to big collection, AI document-driven validation, and intelligent vendor selection. Nexus is built entirely with the Microsoft ecosystem. Project metadata and all associated files are stored and managed using SharePoint Embedded, giving the platform enterprise-grade document management, all AI capabilities, voice-driven project creation, document analysis, chatbot, and vendor recommendations are powered by Azure OpenAI. As of now, we have two roles for this Nexus. One is the internal users and another one is the vendor. Now, we log in as the internal user. The moment an internal user logs in, authenticated instantly through their existing Microsoft 365 credentials via SSO, they arrive at the Insight dashboard. This real-time command center surfaces total active projects, consolidated budget utilization, and vendor engagement through dynamic counters and data widgets. A curated top vendor leaderboard, calculated automatically based on project's assignments and performance history. The project module gives users a structured, filterable view of every project in the pipeline. Summary counter panel keeps the big picture in focus, while the data table delivers the detail. This is where Nexus starts to shine with AI. Let's create a new project. So here, the user can see two options. One is to create a project from scratch. This is a traditional way of creating a project, but the main part is to create the project using the AI. Once you enable the mic, the user can start dictating the project description here. Create a project named Harbor Bridge Rehabilitation. This is an infrastructure project involving the structural rehabilitation of an 800-meter bridge, including full deck replacement and repainting, with a total budget of $31 million. The project runs from April 16, 2027 to September 14, 2028, with the bidding period open from April 16, 2026 to March 30, 2026. This critical rehabilitation work aims to restore the bridge's structural integrity, extend its service life, and ensure the safety of all roads. Here the user can see the dictated form of the project information. So for validating the input, just click the generate project button. Now AI is actually analyzing the input fed by the user and automatically pop up a model which shows the inputs being given in the desired input fields. Now I'm just adding a document which is related to creating this project. Just clicking the create project button. Now the AI validating the document which we have uploaded. Right now the AI validated and it accepts the description which is given in the document. Create and confirm the project. Now the project is being created. Now the user will be able to view the project details. Here the entire project details are given. Now we are moving to the repository module. Repository module is powered by SharePoint Embedded. SharePoint Embedded is the backbone of Nexus document management, and the repository is where it comes to life. Every project's files live in a structured, consistent folder hierarchy within a SharePoint Embedded. Now the user can see the recently created project. So inside the Harbor Bridge Rehabilitation folder, the user will be able to see two folders. One is supporting documents and another one is vendor. In supporting documents, the user will be able to see a document which has been added to the project creation. Now the user will be able to view the document from the application itself, able to share the document under three scopes. One is anyone, and the next one is organization, and another one is specific people with two permission: view and edit. Manage or access. Here the user will be able to see who are all having what type of access to the repository. And the main feature is the version history. The user will be able to see who are all the users edited the application in the recent times. That will be logged in this page. And the another option is the user will be able to download the document, and finally the user will be able to delete the document. The analytics module delivers a high-level view of procurement performance across the organization. The next one is vendor approval module. All incoming vendor registration requests are presented in a clean, filterable table view. Internal users review credentials, access eligibility, and approve or reject requests, all with full auditability captured by SharePoint Online. The external user will be logged into the application using a separate login portal. Here, the user will be able to see a separate login provision for vendor. So before logging into the vendor portal, vendor has to register the details, providing the basic details and submit those data for the approval. Once the data is submitted, the user will be receiving an email mentioning that those data will be under verification. At the same time, internal user actually verifies the vendor's information and provide approval. Now the user will be able to log into the application. The vendor will be able to see the list of projects available for the bidding. Will be able to see the project details. The user will be able to bid the bidding information through this pop-up model. And the user will be able to upload the proposal document. When the user clicks the Save Submission button, the AA plays a major role validating the proposal document. Now it is verifying the uploaded document. User will be able to see the accepted label over here. So the user will be able to save the submission. Once the bidding information is successfully submitted, the user will be able to see those information under My Submission tab. We are moving to the repository module. The vendor will be able to see the list of projects available for them. Recently, the vendor submitted proposal for Harbor Bridge Rehabilitation. The vendor will be able to see two folders. One is supporting documents, another one is the documents uploaded by them. The vendor will be able to see the proposal document when they have uploaded during the submission of the bidding information. Here, the vendor will be able to see the document from the application itself, and the vendor will be able to download the document as well. The internal user will be able to see the list of projects added by them. Now the internal user notices a suggested vendor icon. Once the internal user clicks this icon, A plays a major role. What it is actually doing is it's just analyzing the documents uploaded by both internal user as well as the external user. Now the internal user will be able to see the top two picks by the AI. Based on the proposal quality, cost accuracy and policy compliance, the AI selected the top two vendors. Now the user will be able to select the vendor, just clicking the confirm vendor assignment. Now the project is being assigned to the selected vendor. Now the internal user will be able to see the status changed from open to yet to start. The internal user will be able to change the status by editing the project details. Now the user will be able to change the status by clicking one of the options provided in the drop down. The vendor will be able to see which are all the projects allocated to them. The Assign to Me tab, the vendor will be able to see the recently allocated project to them. Now the vendor will be able to see the status and the details of the project by clicking the eye icon. Now we are moving to the internal user portal. Here the user will be able to see a chatbot icon. This chatbot helps the user to know about the summarized information of the projects as well as the bidding information of the vendors. I'm just asking this AI chatbot to know about the vendor bid information. So the AI chatbot provides the detailed information of the vendor's bid amount. This chatbot has been developed using Azure OpenAI. This application is developed based on React.js and hosted in Azure. Thank you.